Guys, in this video, I'll be explaining two very important concepts of moment of inertia. The first one is the radius of gyration, which almost all students thinks that it is just another formula to memorize, but it is not. In fact, it is one of the most physically meaningful way to describe how the mass is distributed around the axis in a rotating body. And the second one is the moment of inertia of a rod, which is inclined to the axis of rotation at an angle of theta. This question has created more confusion as any other question in the moment of inertia. So after this video, these two concepts will feel most obvious. In this video, we'll be discussing about the radius of gyration. First of all, let me tell you that the symbol of radius of gyration is K, and now I'll be demonstrating the definition of radius of gyration. But first of all, I'll be deriving its value so you could understand that definition with a better understanding. So let us see that there is a system of masses m1, m2, m3 and mn, and each of the mass is at a distance, at some distance from the axis. So if m1 is at a distance of r1, then m2 is at r2, m3 is at r3, and mn mass is at a distance of rn. So if we find out the moment of inertia of the system about the same axis, then it would be m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square, and this is up to mn rn square. So I can say that the moment of inertia of this system will be summation I is equal to 1 to n m I ri square. So this is the moment of inertia of this system. Now, if we assume that there is a point which is at a distance of k from the same axis, so this is the same axis and there is a point which is at a distance of k from this axis, and if we assume the complete mass of the system to be concentrated at this point, so first of all the mass of the system would be m1 plus m2 up to mn. So if we assume that the complete mass of this system is concentrated at this point, then the moment of inertia of the system would be m into k square. So I would be m is m1 plus m2 up to mn and into k square. So if this moment of inertia and this total moment of inertia are equal, then this distance is called as the radius of gyration. So m1 plus m2 up to mn into k square is equal to m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square up to mn rn square. Then k would be equal to under root of m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square up to mn rn square divided by the total mass. So the total mass of the system is m1 plus m2 up to mn. So let me write it on a fresh page, that k is equal to under root of m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square up to mn rn square upon m1 plus m2 up to mn. So this is the radius of gyration. Radius of gyration. So let me define the radius of gyration. So radius of gyration is actually the distance of any point from the axis of rotation such that If we concentrate the total mass of the system at that point, then the moment of inertia of the system would remain the same. So this is the radius of gyration. Thank you. In this video, there is a disk whose radius is r and whose thickness is t. And we have to find out the radius of gyration of this disk about an axis which is perpendicular to the plane of the disk and which is passing tangentially to this disk. So we can see that the moment of inertia of the disk about its center of mass axis is m into r square by 2, and therefore the moment of inertia of this disk about this axis I would be I is equal to ICOM plus mr square. So I will be mr square by 2 plus mr square. So this would be 3 by 2 mr square. So this is the moment of inertia of the disk about this axis. So I is equal to 3 by 2 mr square. Now if I equate this moment of inertia to mk square, assuming that the complete mass of the disk is concentrated at some distance of k from this axis, and therefore k will be equal to root of 3 by 2 into r. So this would be the radius of gyration of this disk about this axis. The moment of inertia of this inclined rod about this axis. So you can assume that rod is rotating about this axis like that, and therefore the moment of inertia of this rod can be calculated about this axis. So first of all, let us consider a element of length dx at a distance of x from this axis, and therefore this element is having the mass dm, which is equal to m by l into dx. So this is the mass of this element. Now the distance of this element from this axis is x sine alpha. So this distance is, let's suppose, r, and r is equal to x sine alpha. So the moment of inertia of this element, which is a point mass about this axis, is di, and di is dm into r square, where r is x sine alpha. So this is the moment of inertia of this small element. Now dm is equal to m by l into dx, and therefore di is equal to m by l into x square into sine square alpha into dx. Okay, so the total moment of inertia I would be integration of di, and I would be equal to m by l sine square alpha integration of x square dx. Limit will be from minus l by 2 to plus l by 2. So I will be equal to m by l sine square alpha, and this is x cube by 3, and limit would be from minus l by 2 to plus l by 2. So you can see that I would be equal to ml square by 12 sine square alpha. So this is the moment of inertia of this rod about this axis. There is one more analytical method to find out this moment of inertia, and in this method you can assume the two components of the rod. So the first component of the rod is this horizontal component. So this horizontal component would have a length of L sine alpha. You can yourself divide the two components of L. So if this is L, then this component would be L sine alpha, and this component would be L cos alpha. So the moment of inertia of the rod, which is L cos alpha, would be 0 about this axis, because this axis is passing through the rod itself along parallel to the rod,
And the moment of inertia of the rod, which is having the length of L sine alpha, will have the formula as ml square by 12, where L is equal to L sine alpha. So you can directly write down the moment of inertia of this component of the rod as ml square by 12 into sine square alpha. So this is an analytical method, but this is only applicable in the case of this rod. So please don't try it in any other case.